My little brother, he was mini sticking around. I came full speed and checked him, and he went flying backwards. And he had to go to the hospital on Christmas Day because I leveled him so bad. And he had to get stitches across his chin. So Christmas was always a present.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Roberto Gronkowski.
And this is the show where your favorite dudes get to talk about their favorite dudes.
As a kid, I always wanted a mini bike. And my dad surprised me with a mini bike. You want to know how he did it?
How?
Good. I knew you wanted to know how.
How'd he do it?
That's why I love you, buddy, because you want to know all about my stories. But so I go downstairs, I sneak peek. I get up early, 5 a.m. I go down there and I'm looking all over, feeling the presents, lifting up the big presents as well. Like there's usually a blanket over the big presents, seeing what I got. I wanted a mini bike, mini bikes with the engines. And there was no mini bike, so I went back to bed. I was like, oh, whatever. I was a little disappointed. So I wake up at 8 a.m. then, go down, open up all the presents. And then my dad was like, yo, Rob, go grab me a Snapple in the garage. I was like, oh, okay, no problem, Dad. I go in and I open up the garage door. I walk down the stairs and boom, there's a mini bike right
Oh my
front
God.
of the fridge. And I was like, oh, best memory ever, best Christmas ever. Oh, I loved it so much. My brothers loved the mini bike as well. Oh, it was called the Little Brute. We still have it. Brum, 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 brum.
What's 12 times 69?
Yeah. Well, let me calculate again. So I figured out that 300 divided by 12 is 25. So 25. So two of those
Would be 50.
Would be 50, which would be 600.
All right.
So then now we got 19 more to go. So what's 19 times 12? So 12 times 12 is 144. Okay. So 144 plus 600, 600 is 744. So now we got 7 times 12 to go still, correct? Right?
Yeah.
So 7 times 10 is 70.
All right.
So then 7 times 2 is 14. So that's 84. So 744 plus 84. All right, let's calculate that. Is 744 plus 84. All right. 744 plus 100 now is 844 minus 16, 828. Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
I told you I'm the math magician, baby.
All right.
Now you see how I break it down.
You got arithmetic math down.
All right.
All right, let's do that. Let's do a word
It's
problem.
an algorithm.
If a movie is 2 hours and 12 minutes, how many minutes is that?
All right, well, 60, 120 plus 12, 132, 132 minutes.
Easy.
I like that one a lot
Told
better
you,
than 12
numbers
times
guy.
69. Even though it had 69 in it, I like that one a lot better.
Numbers guy.
I like easy numbers. You made me work with the 12 times 69.
Man.
And well, that's why there's a 69 in it. That's a lot of work.
People always think that you still just go out and party.
No.
Gronk never
Oh,
drinks.
I love to have a great time, no doubt about it. Dude, we partied so hard back in the day, though, too. Like, remember us on that golf cart in Nantucket?
Fagawi.
weekend.
We
Oh
got
my
in so
God.
much trouble though for that because
Yes.
you had a surgery
I think it was my forearm.
and was it? And then I had a foot.
Yes.
We
you
were
did.
both getting pulled. We were in the back of a what was it?
We were in
golf
the
cart?
back of a golf cart, and people were filming us. And then we weighed so much, and I think the people in the front got off the golf cart. And when they got off, the golf cart, the front two wheels went up in the air, and we fell right onto the ground and face planted. And the crazy thing about it is we had no clue that we even did that until we saw the video on Barstool 4 days later. And the caption of Barstool was, "Not really sure we want our star wide receiver and tight end acting like this in Fagawi, but we love them for it."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I love Barstool. They're sticking up for us.
Bro, you remember how mad Bill was?
Oh, man.
You fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Can't Jesus Christ. Can you guys just stay out of the headlines?
Just
You guys are hurt.
Lines. Yeah. You guys aren't even practicing right now. You can't even go on the field and you're acting like drunk idiots at Fagawi. Of course we are. We're young and dumb.
Tom is so nice,
Always
so humble.
wanted to make him so proud.
I know, dude. So proud that the first time that you catch a football from him, you just want to make sure you catch that football.
You just want to make him proud.
You do. And then from there on out, you want to catch that football again just to make him proud and to just gain that trust in him.
Without a doubt. And shout out to Jimmy O. Whalen.
Jim Whalen, without you running the training room, I would have never met Tom Brady because you taped my ankles, and that's when Tom Brady walked by and introduced himself. So thank you, Jim Whalen. You are a great guy.
Hey, you see the TNT inside the NBA talking about us?
That's when you know we were a freaking awesome team, is when NBA and TNT is still bringing our plays up.
We did have a
We were
play named after
ballers, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you look at that monster, Gronkowski.
Yeah, that's right, Barkley.
We're going to do the Charles Barkley. You're the linebacker.
How do they know it was Charles Barkley?
So earlier, Coach Belichick was on with him over Zoom live, and Coach Belichick broke down the whole play and how this all got brought up because Charles Barkley talked about how he was at a practice when we were in Atlanta for the Super Bowl when we were about to play the Rams. Remember, Charles Barkley was there, and it was so cool to see him at practice. I was talking to him for a little bit.
Chuck!
Come on, Charles.
Chuck!
First off, your three-point stance looks like shit, Charles. And
God.
Shaq wants to fight me. Shaq, look how slow you are, bro. I accept that fight right here, right now, anytime, anywhere, any place.
I'll be your cut guy.
I don't even have to train if I'm fighting you, Shaq. I mean, I just watched you here on NBA, on TNT playing linebacker.
He's big, man.
You're slower than an ant. I'm fighting you. I accept.
Chuck has to bring it across the field. There was one post safety.
Those hands, too. Chuck.
Those guys they're older now.
Chuck,
though.
I thought you were like a rebounder and like a passer and like.
These guys are older guys.
The pass was 4 yards, and it went off his hands.
Or you look like Tom back there.
I got a story. Super Bowl in New Orleans. Last time I think was like 2012.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Stacey James, he hit me up. I was out and about. I was all over the internet on ESPN the next day. Hey, like, you know, can you like, it's fine you go out. Can you just keep your shirt on? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll keep my shirt on. So, like, but I'm going to go out. Like, I'm out of control. It's just my mindset. I was 23. I was like, no problem. So then Steve Ridley was like, yo, come to LSU. I want to bring you to Bogies. I'm pretty sure Bogies was the bar
LSU
that he brought me
Bogies.
to at LSU. I was like, yeah, no problem, Jules. I'm going to leave New Orleans for a night. You know, I'm still like a college kid. I'm only 23 years old.
You're fresh out.
Ridley's fresh out of LSU too, so he knows everyone there. He's got the hook up to all the bars, you know. So all the hotel rooms around there. So we stay at a hotel room. We go out to this place, Bogies. Fans are going absolutely crazy. My shirt gets ripped off. I got the cast on as well for my broken arm, and I'm just chugging a beer. And boom, snapshot. I mean, I got to a level where I just didn't care anymore, and I didn't even take my shirt off, Stacy. My shirt got ripped off of me. So you told me not to take my shirt off, so I didn't. When someone else takes it off for you, that's not taking off your own shirt. So technically, I listened to Stacey James, the PR guy, you know, for the New England Patriots. So Stacey, you can't be mad at me, buddy, you know? And then that picture was all over ESPN again the next day, and he literally texted me, what did I ask you? Just please don't take your shirt off. And I wrote back to him, I didn't. It got ripped off. Yep. So I'm excited for New Orleans again. And hopefully my shirt stays on this time.
I think one of the wildest moments in the locker room is when we walked in and Matt Light put an actual live duck in Donald Thomas's locker from after practice. And he opens up the locker. He's terrified there's a fucking live duck in there because they call him the duck. That was like one of the wildest things I saw.
What about when I showed you my mangina?
That was usually at 7:00 every morning.
Yes.
That was wild, but I thought that wasn't a wild card moment because it was so consistent. It was predictable.
All right, I guess that wasn't a wild card moment then. I guess I'm not wild. I got to do something else. Maybe.
You did wild card movements on the field.
Yeah, I sure did.